265. And can I see the hands of those who might have read this portion the last couple days? Okay. Well, guess what we're going to do today? We're going to read. I'm going to ask everyone who has a book to join us in reading this portion. Because a lot of times we forget that it's good to read the Torah. Who wants to start off? Then?
And it came to pass when Pharaoh had let the people go, that God had led them not by the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, peradventure, the people repent when they see war, and they return to Egypt. God led the people about by the way of the wilderness, by the Red Sea. And the children of Israel went up armed out of the land of Egypt. Moses took the bones of Joseph with him. And he had straightly sworn the children of Israel, saying, God will surely remember you, and he shall carry up my bones hence with you. And they took their journey from Sukkot, and encamped at Etam in the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by day, in a pillar of cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, that they may go by day and night. And a pillar of cloud by day, and a pillar of fire by night, departed not before the people.
All right. Why do you think that the Creator didn't allow them to go by the way of the Philistines? I want everybody to talk to me.
Because they weren't prepared
For war. Anybody else have any other thoughts on that? Mikael Thompson? Why do you think the Creator did not lead them by the way of the Philistines? Yes, that too.
Well,
They were simple. Yes, but no. Because they weren't prepared for war. They were leaving Egypt jubilant. They went out of Egypt. What was the first thing we talked about for Pesach? They had unleavened bread. Okay? That means that's the bread of peace. They had bitter herb of land. They moved out quickly. But then, as we go to the 14th chapter, Mahalia, can you start the 14th chapter?
And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn back and camp before high altars, be great, be low, and see, before Baal Zebon, all against it shall be encamped on the sea. And Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land, the wilderness has shut them in, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he shall follow after them. And I will get the honor of Pharaoh and of all his hosts. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, and they did so.
Okay. Now, this was not just for Pharaoh. It was for Israel, for them to see the glory of the Most High God. There's always a plan that the Creator has. We must follow that plan. And as we read, we'll see what the plan for Israel actually was. See, Israel came out of Egypt thinking that everything was going to be very easy, that it wouldn't be anything hard for them to go. sat there for a little while because they had no idea what to do. Some of the same thing applies because they had moved out of Egypt, but they had no idea how to become a nation. You have a book, John? John, you have a book? No. Verse 5.
And it was told the king of Egypt that the people were fled, and the hearts of Pharaoh and his servants was turned towards the people, and they said, "What is this we have done, that we have let Israel go from serving us?" And he made ready his chariots and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots and all the chariots of Egypt and captains all over them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel. For the children of Israel went out with a high hand.
Okay, hold it right there. Did that, something of that nature happen when we left out of slavery? Did we or did we not? You know, leave out and say, this is what I need. And did not these people say, we didn't let these ninjas move out? They're gone. Who we gonna have to plant? Who we gonna have to do our labor? Same thing that the Egyptians. Don talked about it the other day. How these people, vagrant laws. I'll stand on the corner, I don't have no job. I'm gonna go to jail. Go to jail for 2 years, and then somebody else may go to jail for another 2 years because they need their land plowed. You see, here again, Pharaoh wanted actually to come back and get Israel after he had allowed Israel to move out. He said, let them go, get out. Because the cry of death in Egypt was a cry that no man can ever imagine. If the firstborn had died, we're not talking about the 10 plagues. Egypt had already been devastated by the 10 plagues. Now we have where the firstborn had died. Go ahead, John.
And the Egyptians pursued after them all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea beside Pihah, Hithra, in front of all Zephyr. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians were marching after them. And they were sore afraid. And the children of Israel cried out to the Lord. And they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt with us to bring us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we spoke unto thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that for us to serve the Egyptians, and that we should die in the wilderness?
Okay, stop there. Now, here again, what are they doing? What are they turning against? They're turning against the Creator. They have turned against the Creator. When Moses first went down into Egypt, they didn't even want to listen to Moses at that time. Now here, they've come out of Egypt, and there was a small band like Korah and individuals such as him and some of the others that were against Moses. What they say, you brought us out here to die. You done brought us out here to die. What are we going to do now? Where are we going to go? Do you have a book? Do you have one? Okay. Mr. Reverend? Page 268, verse 13.
The Lord said unto the people, "Fear ye not, stand
these are the things that we constantly say right here today. The Creator will fight for you. Sometimes when we have difficult situations, we have to stand still and pray. We have to hold our heads and allow the Creator to give us the answers we need. Here, what did they do? They started crying. They started moaning. They wanted to run. They wanted to run back to Egypt. That's why in this portion, out of each one of the portions that we've had for Pesach, it brings you back to our redemption. It brings us back to the freedom that the Most High gave us. And now we see, because as we read, we're going to find out what the Creator did. Go ahead, Mr. Reverend.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me?
Why are you crying to me?
Speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward,
Mm-hmm.
and lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thy hand over the sea, and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go into the midst of the sea on dry ground. And behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall go in after them. And I will give thee honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots, and upon his horses.
Hold it right there. See, Pharaoh was looked at as what? A God on earth. So now the Creator has destroyed everything that the Egyptians thought about their God. He destroyed their land, and now he's getting ready to destroy the army of this man's host. They're coming towards the people. Can you imagine not having arms? And these people, they're coming with all types of weapons of destruction to take you away. You would be afraid as well, wouldn't you? But the Most High God says, stand still. We have to trust in the Most High God. This is what he was trying to show Israel. These are the things that he's telling us today. Stand still and learn the ways of Torah. He said, the way, we must always look towards the Torah. Come, sheep, Mr. Reverend.
And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord.
That I am the Creator. Go ahead.
And I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horses. And the angels of God, who went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud removed from before them, and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of Egypt, and the camp of Israel. And there was a cloud, and the darkness here, yet gave it light by night came. And the one came not near the other all the night.
Yes.
And Moses stretched out his hand on the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided.
Okay, stop there. Now, you know, people want to say that that was a phenomenon that didn't happen. You know, you have scientists that say, no, that didn't happen. These things didn't happen at that time. They will discourage you from believing the miracles of the Most High God. They will try to discourage you. You're looking at some of the history channels, some of the biblical channels. They will definitely try to discourage you. They will discourage you in every way possible. Moshe, can you pick it up from 22?
And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were walls unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them into the midst of the sea, all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass in the morning watch that the Lord looked forth upon the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of cloud, and this the host of the Egyptians. And he took off their chariot wheels and made them to drive heavily, so that the Egyptians said, "Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fights for them against the Egyptians." And the Lord said unto Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea, that the water may come back upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots and upon their horses." And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it. And the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea.
Hold it right there. Now, if any one of you would have seen the glory of the Most High in this array, what would you have thought? Can you imagine the spiritual aspect of the Creator and all his might? Now, the Egyptians pursued Israel. As they pursued Israel, they had no idea that the Creator was going to do what he did to them. They had no idea, because what was it that they wanted to do? They wanted to bring them back and make slaves of them once again. The same thing happened in this country. They wanted to bring us back into servitude. And in some of our jobs, that's what we feel like. Because I'm sure we've all heard that cliche. They work at me like a Hebrew slave. And we all heard that cliche. You know, they say it all the time. But you know, I don't work like a Hebrew slave today. I work like a grown man that has things to do for my family. You know, we as people have to always take under consideration how the Creator has put us and where he has put us and the things that is necessary for us to move forward. It is very important that we just take the time to read these portions. Continue, Moshe.
Verse 28.
Yes.
And the waters returned and covered the chariots and horsemen, even all of the host of Pharaoh that went in after them into the sea. There remained not so much as one of them, but the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw the great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians. And the people feared the Lord. And they believed in the Lord and in his servant Moses.
Okay, stop right there. This verse I read, and it said that the angels were jumping for joy when the Egyptians died at this time. But the Creator stopped them from being jubilant. He said, "These are my creatures. This is what I created. And now I have to destroy them like this." It wasn't a joyful occasion for the Most High God to do what he did. But it was necessity. It was definitely a necessity. Just like when our people were enslaved upon the bondage of this country, it was a necessity for us to leave out of that hard servitude. Look at where we are today. I'm sure none of us who walked through the 60s and the 50s and the 70s, mind you, would have ever thought we would have seen an African-American president. Regardless of what he has done one thing that all of us can tell our children. You can be successful. You can be successful if you take the time to study, to learn, and to move forward. Because what was this that the Most High told the children of Israel? Move forward. He told them to move forward. Chapter 15. Lisa. 15 is 1. about every Shabbat. I will sing until Hashem. He is exalted. He is my God. We don't sing about the horsemen that have been thrown into the sea, but he is my salvation. Go ahead.
This is my God, and I will glorify him.
Yes.
My Father's God.
My Father's God, and I will exalt him.
The Lord is a man of war.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is his name. Pharaoh's chariot and his host has he cast into the sea, and his chosen captains are sank in the Red Sea. The deep covered them.
Mm-hmm.
That went down into the deep like a stone. The right hand of the Lord glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, dashes in pieces the enemy.
Yes.
And in the greatness of thine
Excellent.
thy overthrowers, them that
Rise
rise
up
up against thee.
Yes.
Thy
Have we not seen this in our Psalms? As we read the Psalms, we read Torah, but we also have to read other aspects of our Tanakh. So we can understand that the Psalms have power within them. You see, the right hand, glorious in power, dashes our enemies. Okay? Greatness. We can't even imagine the greatness of the Most High God. The other day, we were reading about when Moses was put into the cliff, was put on the rock. You see, we have a lot to learn about that rock. Because I told some of the people that were at Erev Shabbat, I would love to be on that rock, in that cliff, where the Most High passed by me, and give me the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because it's just more than sitting him to the side. He gave him more than he gave any other man. Donnie.
Thou sendest forth thy wrath and consumest in the snow. And with the blast of thy nostrils the waters were piled up. The flood stood upright as a heap. The deeps were congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them. They sank and fled in the mighty waters. Who is like unto thee, O Lord?
Who is like unto thee, O Lord,
Among the mighty.
among the mighty?
Who is like unto thee? Glorious in holiness.
Glorious in holiness.
Fearful in praises.
Fearful in praise.
Doing wonders.
Doing wonders. How often do we say this on Shabbat in our morning prayers? We say this. We say this regularly. That's why we always talk about community. We need communal prayer, just like we got seats vacant. Okay? Yesterday, they couldn't get a seat. But today, we have a seat, a place to sit. We have to really, really understand what community is. If we don't understand what the community is, we're lost as people. Those of us who have separated ourselves from our community, let us reach out to them. Man, women, and children. Because some of our children don't come, some of our friends don't come, some of our brothers and sisters don't come. Let's reach out to them because this is all that we have. Go ahead, John.
Thou stretchest out thy right hand.
Yes.
The earth swallowed them. Thou in thy love hast led the people that thou hast redeemed.
Has redeemed.
Thou hast guided them in thy strength. of thine arm, they are still as a stone. Till thy people pass over, O Lord, till the people pass over that thou hast gotten. Thou bringest them in, and plantest them in the mountain of thy inheritance, the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in. The sanctuary, O Lord, with thy hand, which thy hands have established.
Yes.
The
You
Lord
see,
shall reign forever and ever.
oh, right there. We can always think that the Creator has not sheltered us. You see. But the Most High has given us everything we can want. We don't have to go to the right or to the left. We can stand firm on the Most High God and everything that He has given us. His holy habitation. You see, why did all the other people fear the Most High or fear Israel? Because they had a God that was powerful. They didn't have these little bitty gods that, these people had. They had small gods. They had gods. And many of them. We had what? One. Who made the sun shine. Gave the constellation of the stars, the moon, and everything thereof. Don even said it the other day. What are we made of? Fire, water, earth, and wind. The foremost